What's up, guys? What's up, fireyourtrainer.net people? Welcome to your very first members-only article. Varticle? Video article? I don't know. It is on the Wagon. So it's this fictitious wagon that everybody always falls off of. I always imagine a covered wagon, like, trailing out west. It's something along the lines of, like, Manifest Destiny. My fitness destiny. So I'm gonna discuss why we fall off this wagon and whether there even is a wagon. So we're all alive. We all have lives. That is the wagon, technically. If you're alive, you're on the wagon. What keeps you on the wagon? What causes you to fall off the wagon? I hear all the time from my clients, oh, I just don't have the discipline that I need to keep moving forward. Discipline is literally the art of telling the little voices inside your head to shut the fuck up.
Attitude, core, performance, core, management skills, core, works well with others. Ha! That's a fucking joke. Shut the fuck up!
That's all it is. That's discipline. You should probably get a cupcake. No, shut up. You don't want to work out. No, shut up. There are all kinds of little flashes that pop into our head at all times. I see a stranger on the bus and they're making a weird noise and moving around strange, so I want to choke the shit out of them. Do I do it? No, that's discipline. How do we start? Let's say that you have absolutely no discipline whatsoever. You do everything that comes to mind. I don't know how to help you. No, you can be helped. You just have to start really, really, really small. Like, let's say the voice says, don't get out of bed today. Well, weigh out your options. You make decisions. So you get out of bed today. Why? Why'd you get out of bed? Did the louder voice told you to? I'm really talking like we're all maniacs and we have all like these like personalities in our head.
I love the voices in my head. You think I'm running off the edge. You wanna fix me, but maybe I like to be broken.
This voice that says you probably should get out of bed because, well, you got to go to work and you got to pay your bills and all that stuff. It starts with a decision, and you make your best decisions when you are not tired. You make your best decisions when you are well fed. You make your best decisions when you're basically in just a right state of mind. We experience as we go through the day something called decision fatigue. That's why the decisions that we make later in the day are worse or are less well thought through. And it gets harder and harder and harder to say no to stuff. So like a lot of people that say, oh, I do really good on my diet all day long until nighttime rolls around. And then I just, whatever. I eat ice cream, I eat too much dinner, or I drink too much, or whatever. So your decision fatigue has then set in. If you make your decisions as to what you're going to eat first thing in the morning, chances are good you're going to be a lot more successful. Do not deviate. Don't give yourself that room to deviate. When you hear the little voice in the back of your head saying, you're still hungry. No, the fuck I'm not. I put it in my food log, went in my mouth, it went in my food log. I know that I'm getting the calories that I'm supposed to be getting. So stomach and brain can just shut up, and I'm going to be disciplined. There are so many other things other than just a lack of discipline that can attack you on a daily basis. Let's start with sustainability, a diet. What is a sustainable diet? It's something that you can continue on theoretically forever, or at least until you choose to change. If you cut out an entire macronutrient, you cut out something that you really love, and I don't mean like, oh, I really like to eat cookies, but I mean really love coffee. I will not give up coffee. I don't give a shit what fad diet comes out. I'm not giving up my coffee. I love it. It's like a warm hug first thing in the morning. Who doesn't love just to feel that warm deliciousness in their face? Coffee, man. I've been drinking coffee since I was like 5 years old, and I'm certainly not gonna change. No. Social pressure. How do you avoid the social pressure? Well, you can do a few things. You can intermittent fast and just push your meals back for the day starting time a little bit later. That's what a lot of people do, and a lot of people are super successful. So Dana Lynn Bailey is somebody that I follow really closely. She actually just opened up about intermittent fasting. She posted this little nutrition thing on her website, the DLB Daily. Plug for the DLB Daily. That's something that I've been following, and I didn't know she intermittent fasted, so I was like, yes! Yes, all right. Validation. Because I tell all my clients to do it, and I do it, and my husband does it, and whatever. So social pressures, how do you avoid that? Well, all right, let's take a going out to eat example. Like, you're going out to a restaurant and your friends are all eating burgers and fries, and you're like, well, I gotta have grilled chicken and broccoli, and I can't drink with you because I screwed up my whole day, and I am now on like poverty macros, which for those of you who don't know, poverty macros is basically just when you're pushing the cap of what you ought to have in a day, and you have to like eat weird things to fill holes.
That's what she said.
Or you don't have enough left to really make something good. So anyway, yeah, all your friends are eating this delicious food and you just can't have it. If you have friends that say, what's wrong with you? Just eat this. Those are not your friends. I can't say this enough because I see this a lot. Like you fall in with a crowd of people who don't support your goals. And I'm going to cover this a lot more. I've got another members only article coming up on, and non-members too, on relationships. I'm going to delve a little more deeply for my members. If you fall in with a crowd of people that don't support your goals, including your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your best friend, your parents, your family, I don't care. If you're in with a crowd of people who aren't there to say, we support you, or fuck, even join in, they're the wrong people to be around. So social pressure should not be a thing for you. You shouldn't try to fit yourself into this box based on what other people around you are doing. If all your friends were shooting up heroin, would you do it too? You might, but you probably shouldn't. Just fucking don't. Just say no. All right, so misdirected. This is actually probably the area where I screw up the most. I often misdirect any one of these things: anxiety, anger, depression, or pain, and I translate them into food. If I'm anxious, or if anyone is anxious, you're gonna be in that sympathetic state. This is a big thing from Julian Pineau. He runs the Strong Fit theory, Strong Fit principles, and he has a lot of published videos on autoregulation, eating for your central nervous system, basically. Anxiety leads to carbohydrate cravings. I can attest 100%, and I think that a lot of people that kind of ascribe to those theories, they would agree that when you're anxious, you want something to pacify you. So carbs have this sort of like mood bolstering, analgesic quality. Where do we overeat? We typically overeat on carbs. It's not like you're gonna be like, damn, I could go for a fucking 2-pound steak right now and eat it all when you're feeling bad. No, fuck no. You want candy, you want chocolate, you want ice cream, you want cake, you want all that stuff. Communication is a big part of this, being able to not only become aware of how you feel, but to communicate it and rectify the situation appropriately. So anxiety makes you reach towards carbs because you're in this sympathetic state. Anger can make you reach towards carbs because you sort of need to pacify these emotions that you're not expressing adequately. Fatigue will make you kind of want to pick yourself up. You're depressed for whatever reason, so you lean toward carbs to sort of give you that like that kick of feel good. And then pain. Chronic pain is something that a lot of especially lifters feel, but people maybe with a condition, like a medical condition, experience chronic pain. Well, that's going to lead them to overconsume, especially carbohydrates, because they want to feel better. So these are all reasons why you fall off the wagon. How do you stay up there? I talked a lot about weekends, vacations, bad days, things like that. Realize that the wagon is actually just code for your life, and all of a sudden it relieves like unbelievable amounts of stress. You have a timeline of your life. Stop trying to really narrow yourself down. Unless you've got a specific event, stop putting so much pressure on yourself. I see so many people that fall off the wagon and they're scared to get back up because there's too much pressure. Stop. Let the lid off. It's fine. Falling off the wagon, you do the best you can with the information that you've got. When I'm on vacation, I intermittent fast. I save all my calories for 2 nice, wonderful meals that I want to enjoy a day. When I have a bad day, I give myself a little bit of wiggle room. Just try to be aware, like wake up and say, I had a bad day. This is probably going to lead me to make some questionable decisions. There are ways to get around feeling deprived and losing the sustainability of your diet. And just to recap, we are gonna attack discipline. Discipline is shut the voices in your head up day in and day out. You're going to work out, that you're gonna stay on your diet. You need to keep your shit together today. Sustainability, don't get on a diet that is going to set you up for failure. There's a lot of approaches to diets out there. You know what you like, you know what you don't like, you know what you can't live without, and you know what you can live without. Don't fuck around with that. You have an eating personality. You really ought to stick to it. Work with it, but stick to it. So then misdirected anxiety, anger, fatigue, depression, and pain. Identify them, cope with them, work through them, and move forward. Anxiety has a lot of underlying causes. I have PTSD personally, and so I experience irrational anxiety often. I twitch, I jump, I have flashbacks, all of that. And it is something that I struggle with. So I recognize it when I have like weird, anxious thoughts. I try to move through them and figure out what's really going on. There's always a reason for these irrational fears for me, and I can just kind of stop them in their tracks and figure out what's really going on. Anger. Lots of people have anger issues. I have a client who literally goes bananas every time he hears a siren. Like like an angry chihuahua. Like, God, why won't the siren stop? Like, I always hear sirens. So he probably has some underlying issues surrounding that. He needs to take the time to dig through it and figure it out. Fatigue. Sleep. Or if you have like some sort of medical condition that creates fatigue, acknowledge it, accept it, and again, work with it. Depression, lots of people out there have diagnosed depression. It will either do one of two things, in my experience. It will make you not eat at all. You don't even want to get out of the bed, or it will make you eat a ton. Pain, chronic pain, take it easy on yourself. Just identify what hurts, identify that it hurts, chill yourself out a little bit. Try to recover. That's it for me today. The Wagon, aka your life. There is no real wagon. Ooh, no wagon. So, thank you for watching. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Thank you for subscribing to my members only site. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to email me, support@fireyourtrainer.net. I am more than open for feedback. I think I've made that abundantly clear. So, thank you again for watching, and have a wonderful day.